What's going on, everyone? Talon back here, and as my voice is cracking, we just got a bunch of information for the Tanabata celebration. So I just got done translating the cards. I had not even watched the super attacks yet, okay? So if you don't want to hear my voice or just want to read the definition, the translations and everything, just go check it over on Twitter. By all means, go ahead. But otherwise, I want to watch the super attacks first. I want to see how good these are, and then we'll get into what the cards do, kind of my overall thoughts and opinions on them. Of course, pre-download slash what I think they could play like slash how good they're going to be and all that kind of fun stuff. And then we're also going to talk about a couple of the things that are just in the game real quick because there's some extra little details that were shown off. And yeah, without further ado, I want to watch these super attacks. So let's watch them together, all right? Simple but effective. Oh, okay. Big one, big one. Kienzan to Galakoho. Okay, so Goku's gonna do the Kienzan, which is the Destructo Disc, and Vegeta is the Galakan. Yep. Ooh, that's pretty. Oh, Takahashi art. Yes. Oh, giddy like a little schoolgirl. That's badass. Kaioken! Ooh, see those little steps in there? That's pretty cool. All right. I'm impressed. If anything, the Takahashi art for the 12-gi super attack. I don't care. I don't care what anybody says. Takahashi art just always gets me like a giddy little schoolgirl. So that was badass. That was badass. I was all for that. So alrighty. And then there's this second piece here, I guess, about some droppable units. Let's take a look at what these super attacks look like. Okay. Okay, all right. So these seem to be, again, these are more droppable, two droppable cards. They're going to be available via the Ribrian event, I guess, actually. So real quickly, if you're actually on your phone and you actually look at the event, we don't know everything that these cards are doing, but we do have a couple of bit of details on them. So the Rosie card, the first essay that you saw there, we know what her leader skill is going to be. It's going to be special pose category, ki +2, stats up 30%. And then when she awakens, it's going to be special pose category, ki +3, still 30%. Okay. Sure. That's great, I guess. And then Kakurin is going to be, oh, sorry, Kakunsa. Kakunsa. I don't know why I always get my n's and my souls wrong sometimes. Anyway, she's gonna be the exact same category, ki +2, stats up 30%. So that's all we know about the cards. So hopefully their passive is gonna be better. We're not exactly sure what, but yeah, that's all we really know about the cards. That, again, that's going to be available via the free-to-play Ribrian events in the game. So that should be pretty cool. All right, enough of that stuff. Let's get into the cool stuff, all right? So let's just get right into it, all right? So card right in front of me, obviously, a Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Goku and a Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta LR card, okay? So yeah, looks like the leaks were true. Here we go. Let's take a look what they do. So we're looking at a force of, I translated it personally as like a force of power, which can also be, I know Goresh translated as like a kind of an all out thing. Regardless of what we want to call it, let's see what is going to be in the category. I personally have no opinion on what a particular category is going to be, because I could imagine what would be in a category like this, and then we're gonna find out that like half of the category is filled with stuff that we didn't even think of, or it's not filled with stuff that we think should be in there but it's not in there, and the typical category stuff, right? So I'm not even gonna get into that really, because I'm just gonna wait to see when the category comes out. So I'm assuming data download tomorrow, maybe Tuesday. I'm not really sure when, but we'll have to wait and see. But anyway, so it's either going to be that category or the combination category. Key plus 3 stats up 150%. Okay, so they finally have a Dokkan Fest leader. That's cool. Super attack. Let's go into the super attack, then we'll go into the passive and active skill stuff. Okay, so super attack. For the 12 key super attack, they will greatly raise their attack and defense for 1 turn, and they will lower the enemy's attack and obviously do colossal damage. And then when they do a 18 key super attack, it'll be again greatly raising attack and defense for 1 turn, mega colossal damage, and they'll lower the enemy's attack and defense. Again, lowering the enemy's defense is garbage, but it is what it is, right? Anyway, passive skill. Let's take a look what these buggers can do, because this is going to make or break if they're the best of the game or the of the game, right? Obviously. All right, so passive skill, attack and defense up 70%. And then for every key orb that you obtain, you get attack and defense up 7%. And then if of those key orbs that you collect, they are rainbow key spears, okay, you also get a crit chance of 7% up, key plus 2. So the whole key plus 2 thing, that's very similar to how, like, you know, LR Super Saiyan 4 Goku, LR Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, the year 3 fusion cards, you know, so the year 3 fusion cards, when you grab rainbow orbs, actually it's very similar to that, I would say. Goku and Vegeta have either the AGL or rainbow key thing, whereas the year 3 fusions only have a for the rainbow one. So anyway, when you collect when you're collecting keys orbs, essentially, if it's a normal type of orb, then you get attack and defense up 7%. If it's a rainbow orb, you get crit chance plus 7%, key plus 2, and an additional attack. Okay, now it's guaranteed additional. It's not like a chance at an additional, it's a guaranteed additional, but you can only go up in that turn for a total of 3 times. So let's say, for example, you snag 3 rainbow orbs and 5, I don't know, physical orbs or something like that, right? Or STR or anything like that. Doesn't matter really. So those STR orbs or physical orbs, whatever you just collected, are going to give your attack and defense extra up. And then the 3 rainbow key spheres that you obtained are going to give you a 21% chance of a critical. They are going to give you, was that 2, 4, 6? That's an additional 6 key right there. If it's a physical, that even helps you out even more in terms of the colored key spheres that you obtained. And then the amount of additional attacks you will do via those rainbow key spheres are going to be normal attacks. It does not say anywhere in here that they can be additional super attacks, because it usually would say, like, you know, oh, guaranteed additional attack with a medium chance to be a super attack or a low chance to be a super attack or something like that. So this is very, 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 very similar to how the Super Saiyan Blue AGL Evolution Vegeta works right now, right? He gets his attack off, he does 2 automatic additional attacks, and then if you happen to have the potential system in there as well, then that can be an additional super attack. So that's how this guy is going to work right there. All right, so that's how his passive works right there. Active skill, you can activate this active skill 1 time only, and only when your HP is 50% or below right here. Okay, and then for 1 turn, your key will go up to 24, attack plus 70%, and defense minus 50%. Okay, so this is very similar to who is it? Isn't it Tech Broly? I believe the Super Saiyan Tech Broly from the second Broly movie or something like that, where he gets plus 24 key and an attack up status. I don't think that Broly minus his defense though. That's interesting they're doing that. So I'm guessing you have to be a little cautious when using this, obviously, because if you use this and say something like, I don't know, Super Battle Road, and you finish off 1 opponent, but you still have 2 other attacks, you gotta be very careful, because even though your super attack will greatly raise your attack and defense for 1 turn, you've already minused your defense by 50%. So this, your super attack is really only getting you back up almost to where you were, essentially. Again, I don't have exact calculations or anything. We'll have to obviously see them in action and all that fun stuff, but based on Broly's attack, right, this kind of active skill is always very, very powerful. So there's no doubt these guys are already, I mean, I think it should be obvious already that a card like this is going to be super, super, super powerful, right? There's no question about that. Are they number one? I don't know. I could guess yes. I just don't know. Some people's number ones are going to be different from other number ones. You know, to this day, people still say that the fusions are the best compared to like UI Goku, because UI Goku has to rely on chance. That's personally me. But I will admit that obviously UI Goku can be a lot better in something like Super Battle Road, whereas the fusions are better in longer events. And clearly, you know, they're in their kind of own their own category, right? Like you've got all these tiers of Dokkan cards, and then at the very, very, very top, you have 3 units: the fusion, the blue fusions, and UI Goku. So where exactly do these guys fit in? Who knows? I mean, just based on what they can do, I would say that they're obviously going to kick a major butt at Super Battle Road because they greatly raise their attack and defense for 1 turn. Just be careful depending on how many orbs you get. Letting them get attacked in like the first slot or something like that. Definitely got to be careful there. All right. But if they get their super attack off, and especially an additional super attack, then they're going to probably tank no problem. Again, be a little careful though on something like Extreme Super Battle Road. And then on longer events, I easily see them being just fine. I mean, we have plenty of units that greatly raise their defense and attack for 1 turn. More their defense, I think, for 1 turn. Greatly, and they do just fine on those longer events. If in a Dragon Ball History event, Legendary Goku, although Legendary Goku event's a joke by now. But regardless, yeah, so these guys are probably in that very top tier with the blue fusions and UI Goku. Where exactly do they fall? I don't know. You guys know me. I personally just don't care. They could be number 1, they could be number 2, and people are gonna fight about it for years to come, right? And then, you know, I don't know, probably the 350 million download celebration, a new card, you know, 2 new LR cards are gonna come out and make these 2 look like chumps, right? And maybe even make the blue fusions look like chumps as well. So who knows? It is what it is. This is how it goes. All right. So that is Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Goku and Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta. Of course, they're going to have absolutely no problem with names in terms of competing with other cards because, oh, we don't have any other cards like this. So even if there was a Super Saiyan Blue and Super Saiyan Blue Goku and Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta card in the game without the Kaioken and the evolution part attached to it, then these 2 would not have to fight for that position, but they don't have anything to fight. So maybe in the future, we'll see just a normal Super Saiyan Blue Goku and Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta. But until then, this is what we got. So, and obviously from the Tournament of Power, their key links are, you know, Godly Key, Super Saiyan, Kamehameha, and then the only key link they have is Tournament of Power. They have Fierce Battle, obviously, and then Legendary Power. So it'll be interesting to see how well they're doing for key. I mean, obviously, if you got a Rainbow Orb Changer on your team, they're set, essentially. There's absolutely no doubt about that. I just don't know how well they're going to do on a team where maybe you don't have an Orb Changer, or maybe you do have mostly everyone that's more of a prepare for battle type status, especially maybe if you're running on something like Realm of Gods, where you're going to maybe try running Physical Beerus and Whis on one rotation, and these guys, and I'm not sure who else is going to be on the other rotation. So I don't know. Again, we'll have to wait and see. I'm sure they'll be fine because of that whole rainbow part, but maybe that will affect a little bit of the cards that they're running next to. Who knows? We'll just wait and see. And that's about all I have to really say on them. So again, super powerful looking. I'm sure they're going to be beasts. There's no doubt about it. Okay, let's take a look at this one. This next card over here, an AGL Crillon from the Tournament of Power. So we do have a new Crillon card. Hashtag Crillonit. Shout out to my man D Free. Let's take a look what he does. So he is the representatives of Universe 7 category, key +3, stats up 120%. Super attack. He will do supreme damage. He lowers the enemy's attack and has a high chance to stun them. So that's pretty cool. Passive skill, attack and defense up 180%. That's pretty good right there. Medium chance to dodge the enemy's attack. And if you happen to have an Android 18 on the same attacking rotation as you, then you get an additional +2 key, another attack and defense up 120%. And when you attack somebody who is stunned, then you are super effective against all types. Okay, that's pretty cool right there. It does kind of limit you a little bit on the fact that you have to be with an Android 18, get the extra stuff. But I mean, if you don't want to look at that part and you just run Crillon on, say, some kind of team, although let's be honest, if you're running them on more of a Universe 7 team, you'd have probably at least maybe the Tech Android 18 on there or something like that. Maybe just kind of mix it up a little bit, because that Tech Android 18 is still very good to this day. But anyway, regardless, he would still have attack and defense up 180%, medium chance to dodge, lower the enemy's attack, and a high chance to stun. This dude's actually gonna be very good for Super Battle Road. Don't chase him, because obviously he's gonna be on every single banner going forward, but I approve. I approve. That card looks very good. Definitely really good for Super Battle Road. So, and in these categories are just simply representatives of Universe 7, Universal Survival Saga, and then Earthling category, which I guess you could Wait, you can't run. I would say you can't run them with the LR Crillon. I was gonna say, hey, double Crillon. No, wait, you can't. Darn it. Whatever. It is what it is, right? So yes, that's Crillon right there. Woo. So yeah, there we go, guys. Lots of information. Again, the 2 free-to-play units are kind of probably going to be whatever, to be in my personal opinion. They still have yet to give us a Peppy Gals category. That's like an official one. But Peppy Gals can still beat its Super Bad Road stage free-to-play, no problem. So, you know, they've already got a very good team. They just need that leader, I guess, to become more of a top-tier team, if you want to call them that. And then in terms of the Crillon, very good. Probably looks very promising for something like Super Battle Road. Maybe not necessarily longer events, but definitely for Super Battle Road. And then, yeah, Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta and Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Goku looking very, very powerful. Anyone who says otherwise, you're living under a rock, I guess. Again, are they the best? Who knows? You know, I'm sure however calculations are done or however people want to look at this, you know, in terms of the fact that it's 70% attack and defense automatically at the start of the turn. And then depending on how much ki you get can really alter that. And not to mention the active skill, because there's no turn restriction on that. It's just simply 50%. Just 50% or lower. So something on like Super Battle Road, if you get lucky on a rotation, very first turn, you get these guys to get their active skill off and there's no one attacking them in the first slot or whatever slot you place them in, they're going to be just fine. And they're probably going to be dealing, you know, typical average 3 million, 4 million, 5 million, maybe even 6 million. You know, again, hard to say. They are physical, so they automatically are going to get an additional super attack chance via the level 5 additional that they'll get. But in terms of wanting to get more criticals and more additionals, you're obviously going to need more dupes. Final question I know some people will be asking is, what would you do in terms of if you get a dupe, like if you get lucky enough to get a dupe, or in the future if you get dupes or anything like that? I would me personally, I know they get a crit chance via the however many rainbow orbs you get, but you have to remember the max amount of rainbow orbs you can get in any one turn for one character, I think it's 5. We've seen this with like the Super Saiyan 3 Angel Goku and things like that. So I would probably put more of it still towards critical. I'd probably do my usual 15 critical, 11 additional, because that's how physical and AGL units generally work. I'd still go 15 critical, 11 additional. And then maybe throw in a gold additional skill orb or something like that, right? Or maybe a silver one or whatever the case is, right? Again, you build it however you want to build. Me personally, that's how I would do it. Just because, again, the max chance you have for a crit chance, that's 7%. Let's say you get lucky enough to get 5 rainbow orbs. That's going to be 35% crit. For 35% chance for a critical attack. You know, but maybe you still don't get a critical attack. You know, it's hard to say. So again, because that's all chance and stuff. And again, this is all chance in the end, right? Again, I would still like to put some criticals towards their ability system if I had dupes into them. So, will I summon? Maybe. I'm not really sure. The banner will come out on Wednesday, Japan time. So in a couple of days. Generally, it drops on the 1st of July. Which this year is on a Wednesday, so I'm not sure what time or anything like that. We'll know when the data download comes, but I'm super excited to see what's going to happen. And then obviously, as you guys know, if you do summon, this will be on its own banner. And then on the 7th and going forward, we'll see a Tanabata banner, which will bring back the blue fusions. This card will be thrown on there, but at a lower rate, just like last year and the year before that. And then a ton of other featured units. So if you just are looking for this one particular card, go for them on their own banner. If you're looking for a ton of different cards or trying to get the blue fusions as well, go on the Tanabata banner. Just don't go too crazy on the Tanabata banner, because pretty low chances you'll pull some of these cards. So anyway, guys, that's gonna be it for the video though. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments as always. Leave a like if you liked the video. Subscribe if you have to be new. And until next time, everyone, I will see you all in the next one. Johnny.